It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Washington Wizards. Washington wins the jump. Runner's good there. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Old school, backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Wall across the timeline, looking to make something happen. Big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a two-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat. And I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. So it remains Washington basketball. Beal. Iguodala to bring it up. Down just a couple. Can't connect from inside.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Beal. Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. No good. Into the front court comes Wall. Lead is 2. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen. Monroe to Julius Randle. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Julius Randle has got 2 shots coming. 71% for his career. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Into the front court. It's Wall. Leads a bucket. Here comes the screen. Beal. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Here comes the screen. To Monroe. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Wall into the front court. His team up by 1. Screen coming. Beal to Wall. Has a look. There it is, John Wall. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. you actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Uh-oh, you know you can't go on me out here.
They go down low to Randall. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
It's Washington with the basketball. Wall to Beal. Here comes the screen.
Screen coming up.
Probing the defense. Beal to Wall. Can't connect from in close.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Dennis Smith Jr. against Anderson. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Wall on a pass stolen by the Knicks. To Dennis Smith Jr. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Wall to Korver.
Screen coming, screen.
And finishes strong.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Here comes the screen. To Monroe. It's a big finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
There it is, John Wall. 3 for 4. Good start.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
That's me.
Iguodala to bring it up. Leads just a point. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Dennis Smith Jr. Down to 5 on the 24. Beyond the arc for 3. And the rebound taken by Anderson. Wall with it up top. They trail by 1. Spinning shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Down low to Monroe. And the slam.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Smith now into the front court. Leads 3. Here comes the screen. To Monroe. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. Wizards at the controls.
Defense, let's go.
A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. To Monroe. Runner here won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Here we go. I got him.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust to Marcus Morris. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Shot by Gibson, won't go.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Wall. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Hayden. Down low to Monroe. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Wizards have it. There it is, John Wall. With that, he's 5 for 9.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Monroe. Jan Mahinmi able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Korver to Wall. Rises for the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Payton. Taj Gibson. To Monroe. Jan Mahinmi swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Wall across the timeline. They trail by 2. Ah, rocking the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Payton. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Elfrid Payton, couple of free throws on the way. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. Knocks down the first.
Into the game for the Knicks, number 51.
2 for 2 on that trip.
Substitutions, New York. Substitutions, Washington.
Payton to Julius Randle. Marcus Morris, strong finish.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Washington basketball. Ish Smith to Thomas. Screen coming.
Screen.
Pass down low to Carmelo. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. 3 for 3 in this first half.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Here comes the screen.
Screen right.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Thomas across the timeline. Now down 6. On a pass stolen by the Knicks.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Down to Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
The drive right to the basket. Payton with the basketball. His team on top by 8. Lays it up and in.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Substitutions, Washington.
Missed a wide open look. Payton into the front court. His team leads it by 10. He's 2 for 2 now.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Oh, emphatic slam.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
The shot missed by Smith. Iguodala to bring it up. Lead stands at 10. To Payton. They go down low to Randall. Oh, nice find for the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Down to Randall. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Julius Randle at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Into the front court comes Wall. Trailing by 15. To Beal. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. To Beal. Has a chance. No good. Payton with the basketball. His guy's up by 15.
Big kick right there.
To Julius Randle. Whoa, what a finish. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Save 10% on all merchandise when you purchase 3 or more items at one of our arena stores. This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Well defended, shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Wall.
Number 13.
Beal to Wall. Anthony to Wall. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Payton.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
To Julius Randle. Throws it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Payton into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen.
Double screen.
To Julius Randle. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on a swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Screen coming. Wall to Anthony. Going to launch beyond the arc. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Curling inside. And that's rebounded by Peyton.
Oh, yes, me and you, me and you.
Here comes the screen.
Hey, clear out. I got this.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs, the strength of his legs, help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Wizards with the basketball. Got to the rim but couldn't finish. Slam dunk.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Wall matched up with Iguodala. Corner three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose. And
Fellas, back to you.
first half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as
Substitutions, Washington. Into the game for the New York Knicks, number
Smith.
13.
to Monroe. Has a look. A shot no good there for Monroe. It's Washington with the basketball. To Korver. Sizing up the defense. Thomas. Iguodala to bring it up. His guys holding the big lead. Turns and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Driving is Thomas, but a shot no good. Isaiah Thomas. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Here comes the screen. To Marcus Morris. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Make that, baby. Make that.
To Dennis Smith Jr. 5 to shoot. Smith lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rebound Korver. And the finish. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Thomas into the front court. His guys down big. To Korver. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Thomas to Corver. Down low, Anderson. Nice pass to get things going.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen. Dennis Smith Jr. guarded by Bryant. And he finishes at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Thomas. Screen coming. To Thomas. The jumper's off the mark.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts. At least make it seem like the ball slipped.
To Dennis Smith Jr. 4-3.
To number 0, Isaiah Thomas. That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 2 for the Knicks. Number 13, shooting 3.
Misses the first.
Nice and buttery, soft and buttery, soft and buttery.
Knocks down the second free throw. Into the front court. It's Wall. Down a bundle. To Beal. Spins and scores.
We got to tell our producer in the truck, you got to tag that highlight.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen. Iguodala picked up by Bryant. Fires the three.
To number 3, Bradley Beal. That's his fourth personal foul. Team foul number 3. Number 13 to the line for 3.
First free throw is good. Second and 3 is good.
Number 28, Jan Mahimi.
And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3.
Yes, sir.
Wizards at the controls. Wall to Beal.
Screen come on the left.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Hey, good look, baby.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
G up, baby.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. To Monroe. From the painted area, won't go down. Wall into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Corver. Goes reverse to lay it in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Number 13.
Wizards have it. Wall to Corver. Shot from in close, no good. Dennis Smith Jr. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Greg Monroe. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Number 30, Julius Randle. Subbing in for the Washington Wizards.
They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. That's no good. Iguodala to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Down low to Monroe. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
To Anthony. Here comes the screen. Wall. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
To Monroe. Here comes the screen. To Julius Randle. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the 1 will just keep scoring.
To Corver. No good.
I got ball. It's all me. I told you the screen would come.
Here comes the screen. Curling inside to Dennis Smith Jr. For 3. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
It's the second. 1 more coming. Knocks down all 3 at the line.
Entering the game for the Wizards, number 14, Ish Smith.
To Corver.
Watch that cutter. I got the cutter. Watch the cutter. Watch the cutter.
Here comes the screen. Corver. To Smith. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Corver to Smith. Has a chance. Shot by Smith off the mark. To Dennis Smith Jr. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Knocked loose. Knicks have it. And counted at the rim. Now the Wizards going to take the timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for the New York Knicks, number 6, Alfred
Wall to Anthony. Corver to Anthony. Fight to shoot for Washington. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year, averaged around 16 a game, the lowest total of his 15-year career. Wow.
Washington basketball.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Rebound taken by the Knicks. To Payton. Won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Screen coming. Wall to Anthony. A shot at the buzzer. The quarter's concluded. The Knicks are way out in front. The Wizards in control of the basketball as we start the fourth. And this has not been one of their better performances to this point. They've been out of sorts all afternoon.
And one of the most difficult challenges we have in this life is when we bring our personal life into our workspace. It looks like they were never in the game to begin with.
Beal. To Thomas. Julius Randle sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired, they're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
You gotta get up on that. Cooking.
To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Gibson. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Wizards with the basketball. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Smith with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Dennis Smith Jr. sizing up Bryant. Knicks with 4 to shoot. To Julius Randle. Shot from the lane won't go.
I'm here. Stop the ball. Stop the ball.
To Beal. They go down low to Anthony. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
I got ball. I got ball.
To Marcus Morris.
Here we go.
Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down. From long range. Not that time. He misses.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Thomas. To Beal. Anthony. To Thomas. Isaiah Thomas. He's 3 for 7.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Possession lies with New York. Smith. Here comes the screen.
Screen right.
To Julius Randle. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
It was right there. Smith with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. To Taj Gibson. The pass set it all up.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Isaiah Thomas here against Taj Gibson. Timeout here for the Knicks as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. New York Knicks basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. To Marcus Morris. Had a chance, but it's no good. Thomas with the basketball. His guys down big. Isaiah Thomas. With that, he's 5 for 9.
I'm sorry, his name is not John Wall or Russell Westbrook. So why is he getting a free pass down the entire length of the floor?
To Marcus Morris. Easy path to the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
He was all over him.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
To Beal.
Screen.
The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Taj Gibson tips it. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions, Washington.
To Colin Sexton. And it's Melo with the rebound. It's Washington with the basketball. Beal to Anthony. Here comes the screen. Anthony against the former Finals MVP. Cashes in for 2.
The assist from number 7, Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. To Julius Randle. To the outside. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go. Thomas across the timeline. Down a bundle to Beal. Bradley Beal. Ooh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
I'm here. I got ball.
Match up, y'all. Hey, you got the screen right.
To Julius Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Corbett to Thomas. Here comes the screen. Isaiah Thomas here against Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Gibson. Sexton.
You let him out.
New York with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Wizards at the controls. Korver to Thomas. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Korver over to the right side. Oh, he had it. To Julius Randle. Here's a chance from long range. Anthony with the rebound. To Thomas. From the painted area, won't go down.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Beyond the arc for 3. Drills the 3.
Well, there you have it. The defense just took notice of this young player on that previous shot. Guarantee you they won't leave him open next time.
Whistle stops play. Timeout for Washington as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 55. Stepping in for Washington, number 14.
Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Ish Smith at the line for 2 shots. At this juncture, he's shooting 60% from the line. First try at the line, no good. He missed a pair of free throws.
That's me. I got ball. Here we go. I got him.
To Julius Randle. Throws it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Anthony. Off the mark. Iguodala to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I know I've seen this many times in various mixtapes. Add that one to the list, too.
To Anthony. Korver. To Anthony. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Colin Sexton. Here comes the screen.
I got your help.
To Julius Randle. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Korver knocked loose. Knicks come away with it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Count the basket inside.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Anthony to Thomas. 5 to shoot for Washington.
Screen coming left. Screen coming.
Anthony. Not that time. He missed it. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The possession lies with New York. To Colin Sexton. Here comes the screen. To Julius Randle. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. couple of cracks at the line now.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2.
Into the game for the Washington Wizards, number 2, John Wall.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, it's a victory for the Knicks as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the end.
The Knicks put on a show in a blow.
Player of the game.
Julius Randle seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2.
We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.